Welcome back to another episode of Voices of Passion. And today we have someone, most people see comic as a childhood memories. But we have our friend over here, he saw it as a long-term investment. While others are busy selling off their stuff, he was collecting. He was learning and building the business around the stories that never went out of style. So today we have with us G's Comic, but I don't want to take his spotlight by introducing him to you guys. I will let him to introduce himself to you.
Hey guys, I'm from G's Comics, founder of G's Comics, co-founder of G's Comics. I'm not a partner, but together with Grotto and together with Bifrost, we are Generational Comics. The reason why we call ourselves Generational Comics is because three of us are from different generations of collecting comics.
Oh, different generation.
Different generations.
Okay.
So that's why we call it Generational Comics.
Okay, you are from which generation?
I am from the late 80s, 90s to early 2000s.
Okay, is that like a boomer's generation?
Boomer, no. I think no. 90s, they were trying to hype it up, and a lot of 90s comics, they were actually overprinting it.
Okay, so they're overprinting. So again, we have with us G's Comic, and you can check out their shop at Collectors Level 1. Yeah, with all the generational comic, right?
Yep.
Generational comic. Okay, first I want to ask you, do you remember the first comic that that made you fell in love with this comic book world?
Yes, I can remember, and I brought it with me today. This was the first comic that I ever had, and if you can see, it's very thorough already, the condition.
Is it thorough already? I see it's very okay.
This is the nice one.
Okay.
This is a nice one. This is what you get right now that you can sell, but this is the one that has been with me throughout the years.
Okay.
Followed me everywhere.
Followed you everywhere.
Yes. And because for me, I took this everywhere with me because I didn't want my parents to throw it away.
Okay, I understand that. Oh yeah, but then our parents see a comic book as like a very wasteful hobby.
Yes, I think so. Also, especially when they're cleaning up your room or whatever, right, and they see any junk, anything, and they just throw.
No, I think back then my parents, whenever they see a comic, they just throw it away. Sometimes when I buy comic and when I go out and buy comic, I have to put it under my shirt,
No. I understand what you mean. I bring it back, I show it to them, and they'll be like, why you waste money again? That kind of thing.
But compared last time comic book price to nowadays price, right? Is it a lot of difference?
There is a lot of difference back then. Back then you can get stuff a lot cheaper, honestly. I actually got this first comic book of mine. I saved up, I think, 3 weeks of my allowance, my weekly allowance.
3 weeks or
just
allowance.
to get. It was that special to me because at that time it was a foil cover.
I see. So I would say for the comic like this back then it's quite expensive because you need a 3 weeks allowance.
But to be fair, so my allowance that time wasn't that high.
Okay, I understand. I wasn't that high. That one is during which time? It's okay if you don't want to tell.
It was 1990, I think around 97.
Oh, 97.
96, 97.
97, So
I bought this off a friend, actually.
Oh, okay.
At that time, where I was in Penang, they didn't really have that many comic shops. So a friend got it, and then he showed it to me, and I'm like, wow.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm gonna buy this off you.
Yeah.
Just give me some time. And
so you could collect the money, all your allowance and everything. Right. Okay. So for the comic, was it the story, the art, or the artist that make you hook to the comic?
I only knew about artists later on in my life because when I was young, I always thought it was the same guy that actually drew it, that kind of thing. But as you go on, then you realize that it's different. the different people that brings your different characters, how they draw it, that kind of thing and all. So for this, this was Mark Bagley, and for me, Mark Bagley did a very awesome Spider-Man when he did his run.
I see. So the story that you hook up together.
The art was the first thing.
The art was the first thing.
The art was the first thing, and when I bought this comic, I didn't know that it was a key issue. Key issues being that there is something significant that happened in comics. Like you take Secret Wars 8 for example. It was like the first appearance of Black Suit Spidey.
Yes.
So everybody loved the Black Suit Spidey, but where did it originate from?
I see.
So Secret Wars 8 was the one that brought the Black Suit Spidey. They gave an explanation how he got the Black Suit and all.
Okay.
Black Suit Spidey led on to Venom.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. But that one I watched in the movie during the Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man 3 is it?
Yes.
Yeah, from the Spidey black suit and then turn into Venom. And,
Correct.
and they become Venom because they are copying
Because
Spider-Man.
the symbiote and Eddie Brock himself hated
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man / Peter Parker.
I want to put some dirt in your eye.
Okay.
So they had that mutual hatred and they got together, and, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
But people say Venom is the lesser evil symbiote compared to his other.
Yeah, after Venom you get Carnage.
Yeah.
Then Carnage is the symbiotes actually take on the host feeling. So Venom actually took on Peter Parker's persona first, took on his feelings first. He understood it a bit, but the hatred drove him more over.
I see.
So when he found somebody like Eddie Brock that actually hated Peter Parker, not Spider-Man, Peter Parker also, both of them, and when it's together, why not? The enemy of my enemy is my friend, you know?
They make it like that. So, next question: when do you realize this comic book hobby, right, isn't just a phase? It's just who I am. Because some people, like, for me, at one time I really like comic book, but as I grew older, I think it's just a phase only. But for you, how you realize this is just first? This isn't just a phase; it's something that I'm really into. I want to live with comic book.
I think one of my biggest go-tos was my friends, even my sister. You know, every time that there's a movie that comes out, right,
Yeah.
and she doesn't understand, or my friends don't understand, you know, like who is this guy, where did he come from, what is his origins and all, and I'd be like the guy that tell you, oh, this guy actually from this issue, this guy actually, he's actually, and the difference is that from the comics versus this guy, and I could go on forever about it, you know.
Okay.
And that's when I actually realized that I'm quite nerdy.
I think everyone over here is actually quite nerdy. Everyone will be nerdy about something.
Yeah.
No matter comic book, I'm nerdy about figure. My friend over there, my cameraman, is nerdy about games.
Are you?
And everyone is nerdy over here. But do you feel good when you can finally because maybe at one time people say, why you look at this cartoon character, but when the movie come out, you the one that can explain this character. Do you feel like a sense of accomplishment or like a pride?
I don't really feel a sense of accomplishment, but it's just okay. Maybe I do a bit, but it was like after explaining for half an hour, you know, like then. Like you'll be like, wow, you do know that much,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, for me, when I can explain something to people that last time people say, oh, this is worthless, but when can explain, I felt like, oh, this thing actually meant it. Especially for you nowadays, superhero has been like a very big thing because they in the movie, I think in the series also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so next question: how did collecting make you feel during tough time? Was it like a comfort, inspiration, or like something more?
To be frank with you, I think I can say this for nearly every other comic collector. Throughout their life, there will be a break where you stop collecting. And when something triggers you, or that character that triggers you to actually go and look it up again, right? That's when the itch starts again.
I see. So at one time you say you stopped.
I stopped for a while. Wasn't interested in it. I just couldn't wait month by month and all, because there were other things that I think required more attention besides comics for me during that time. So, but when I really got back into it, and it also was because of my other founder for Gist Comics. And he was like rachuning me,
he just like poisoning you.
Do you know what you missed out, all these years?
But back then, Gist is starting already, or he just hooked you in to form a partnership with him?
No, both of us actually, we were working at a different place at that time, and both of us found out that we had a mutual love for comics. And he was a Spider-Man guy, black suit Spider-Man guy, black suit especially, and I was a Venom guy. So that is the connection that we have now. So, and you know, with Black Suit, he's younger than me, way younger than me, but he has been updating me and telling me stuff, about, what happened, you have to read this and all. And I'm like, wow, somebody, I've never expected somebody this young to have that kind of knowledge.
I think maybe they are, because the passion is still there. At one point, I don't know how old are you, but I'm around 30 something already.
I'm 41.
I'm 36. So at one point during my late 20s, I feel like maybe early 20s, because responsibility is there, work and everything, pay bills. I think at one point I forget about this hobby also. But at one time, people at Square Corner have been reminding me about this hobby, and I got back into it. I think that's the same to you.
That's the same, yeah. And tell me, have you read this issue? You know what it is? I'm like, okay, I have to go and hunt for it.
Try to check it out, and then finally it's hooked up.
Yes.
Okay. So now I want to ask something about turning your hobby into a business. How did your journey evolve from collecting for yourself to actually running a comic book business?
Okay. For one, I have to thank social media for it, because social media right now, it's everywhere, anywhere, it's easily accessible for everyone, right? And social media is like they're posting stuff or like what happens in comics. Okay, just take for example that you're a Batman guy.
Okay.
I've known Batman for so many years, from Adam West to Michael Keaton's Batman, stuff like that. And suddenly when Absolute Batman comes out, right? Everybody is posting reels or stuff about what Batman can do. So social media actually does play a huge role in it.
Okay.
And people will actually come and find you, like, do you have this, do you have this, do you have this? And those people that they really get into it, after I get that issue, okay, I get it, I'm more interested in the character, I go back and find what is the relevant issues to actually read up.
Okay. But as a comic book, like you said, a lot of people are into it. Is it hard to make, like, let's say the newbie come to your comic book, you're just looking around. Is it hard to make them hook into comic book?
No, it's not hard. Like I've always told myself, I say that in order for you to sell something, you have to know what's in it.
Okay.
You sell the story.
Okay, you sell the story.
You sell the story. It's a very significant story.
So let's say I'm a newbie, right? Then I come to look at your comic book collection, right? And then I say, oh, I like someone like a very anti-hero. I want someone dark, but not too dark, but still nice. Can you recommend something?
My first question will always be, what's your favorite superhero? Or what are you looking for?
Okay, let's say if they don't know what superhero they should start with.
Are you looking for a bad boy? Are you looking for, Like for instance, back in the 60s when Stan Lee proposed that to Marvel that he wanted to make something called Spider-Man. Marvel was against it because they were like, a lot of people are scared of spiders. Why do you want to do a comic that has a guy that has spider superhero?
Yes.
Spider superpower, sorry. But how Stan Lee did it was that he made it relatable to the normal guys, like Peter Parker is just a struggling student.
Yeah.
After he graduated, he's smart, yes, but he couldn't really get a job like he wanted. He had to end up as a reporter, and to take photos of himself actually as Spider-Man. And a lot of people related to it.
Yeah, okay, especially during that time of Peter Parker life is really relatable to what I say we Malay say rakyat marhin.
Correct.
It's very normal people.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that what's make it Spider-Man so I out of Marvel superhero I would say Spider-Man is my number one hero because he's so relatable to our daily life, our struggle and everything. Okay, next question. What's the moment that you thought that I can actually do comic book for a living?
Actually, it's also the search of people that are actually looking for comic books nowadays. Like what I mentioned earlier, it's thanks to social media. So people like, oh, okay, I get into this, and I realized that I actually have a lot of this. In my personal collection, I'm like, why not?
Because I feel like it's not easy. I assume last time probably you have people would say a very great job or that pay a very high salary, but you just turn into want to do a comic book.
It's a blessing for me also, to be honest, because I'm passionate about comic books. I know my books and all, and at the same time I get to do a job that actually works with my passion. It's a blessing.
Okay, I think most of people when you get this kind of enjoyment doing work and passion at the same time, it's like nothing you could ask of in the world. Hey, what the biggest misconception people always have about selling comic book for a living?
Biggest misconception is, I would say, the price actually.
The price,
The price of it sometimes. You yourself know that it's a valuable book, but people sometimes just can't agree or don't understand why is it so expensive.
Yeah. But can you explain why it's very expensive?
It's all about supply and demand, to be honest. So, okay, let's take you for example. You like Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
So for every Spider-Man person, there will be the holy grails, the things that you actually need to, those covers that you actually need.
Okay.
For to be a Spidey guy, and a lot of people also they go into those back issues like in the 70s, 80s, first appearances. So it's just for me to complete the collection. But to find a book at that age, which is more than 50 years, 60 years, in good condition,
it's very hard.
It's very hard. And for us to sell maybe at that price would be... Sometimes people will say that it's not justifiable. Why is it so expensive?
Okay.
But it's the care. Like for us, comics, we have direct or newsstand editions. Newsstand editions are when you were last time you had the Mama store, they pin all those comics just like that.
Yes.
There's no protection or anything.
Ah, I see.
Whereas a direct is directed to a comic book store.
Well, we say protection. This is actually I just realized the comic book actually like our TC they have a top loader like this.
Yeah.
To keep the comic. I always know about this white thing at the back to protect your comic, right? And the plastic. But this is the first time I see a top loader for comics.
There is top loader for comics.
I thought only cards have a top loaders. This is something very new to me because of this comic. I know they have a top loader. So I always thought the misconception about selling comic, because people always say, why you sell things for kids, things that actually made for kids.
It's not actually things made for kids. It's made for adult kids.
Yeah, adult kids.
Adult kids.
For the next question, when you're running a business, there will be a time where business is okay and business is slow. But the thing is, as a business owner, what makes you motivated to open a store or post about new comic in your social media every day?
You know, that's a very interesting question. I think what drives me, what drives us is actually when people are actually looking for some very specific comic, you know.
Okay.
And when you find it right, it's like, you know, like, wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And that joy actually brings joy to us as well.
Yeah, okay, bring joy to you.
We can actually provide you with that comic. Business law, it's natural, you know. You can't get like thousands of ringgits or what every week or whatsoever. There it will be the up and down times, but it is that that feeling, you know. Like I have like some customers that come in and they are like, do you have this? Do you have that? And I'm like, you know, this character isn't popular at all, you know. It hasn't even appeared in any of the mainstream media or whatsoever, and you're looking for it. I'm like, why are you looking for it? So, and they will always tell us a story about it, about why they like the character.
Yes.
And we are more than happy to see you getting the comic book.
Okay, so that was make you motivated because people come and people look for comment and you can provide it for them. Yeah. So the thing about sales low, it doesn't really affect you.
Doesn't really affect.
As long as you manage to fulfill your customer satisfaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fulfill the customer
I think that is the more sincere word. This is one of the most sincere answer I heard from a fellow businessman, that they just want to make their customer happy, because most of the businessmen, when you say a business low, sometimes because money not coming in and I don't feel I want to open shop. And most of them, when you ask them what's your main purpose of this business, of course, first thing is money. So for you, money is not an issue.
It's I wouldn't say money is not an issue. Money is always if you want to look at it, money can always earn.
Money can always earn,
regardless, right?
Yeah.
But to actually see joy in a person that's looking for something, something that brings back memories, something that's nostalgia. If, like, for my comic book, if I wasn't a comic book collector, or I don't even know about comic books, if I were to see this in a while, I would have gladly jumped on it regardless of the price, because that was my first comic book.
Okay.
You know?
Yes.
And the people that come here sometimes, when they find that, you know, hey, I used to have this, you know, my dad threw this away.
Okay. That's one of the thing that you always get from the customer.
Yes.
I used to have this.
I pindah rumah, my wife throw away.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. There's so many things, you know. It's a very common thing that you hear.
Yeah.
Right. But that joy that it brings, that's different.
Yeah, they come to your shop just want to look for that thing that been thrown out during their childhood.
And what we enjoy also is that when a customer come and asks us, hey, do you have this certain issue?
Okay.
And we're like, no, we don't have it, but we can hunt for you.
Okay. So everyone over there, if you want to look for the comic book that you really want, you can follow them on Gist Comic, because they also help you hunt for the comic.
Yes, and the joy of the hunt, that is also part of our job.
Oh, so how the hunting process?
We go to different comic book stores, or sometimes like collector itself, they have auctions for different comics, and you wouldn't know what comes out, you know. It's like somebody, I just put a comic like this, and you'll be like, I want that comic. Somebody's looking for that.
Okay.
And you just get it.
Okay. Because the next thing I want to ask you, how your love for comic ever clash with the business side?
Love for comic ever clash with business?
Yeah.
Sometimes actually it does.
Yeah.
We get a lot of college students. We understand that college students, you don't get a monthly income.
Yes.
You have to budget.
Yeah, you have to
that kind of
budget,
thing
yeah.
and all. But those guys are the ones that are most passionate about it.
Yeah, because their kids, they don't have like a responsibility. The one they think, okay, I like this thing, I want to invest on this thing, but unfortunately, I don't have money for this thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
So sometimes for us, we see how bad do you really want it? What's your budget? Let's work out a deal.
Okay, let's work out a deal.
Let's work out a deal.
So
but
with
it will be your budget friendly lah.
Oh, budget friendly, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really? So you're willing to, what you say, let go of the profit in order to.
We enjoy. Three of us. It also brings much joy to us that actually people are coming back to read comics. It's a different feel. It's so accessible nowadays. Any website,
Yeah.
you can download.
Yeah.
Even a day itself, it comes out before we even get the physical comic. It's already online already. You can actually read it already.
Yeah, because this one person told me reading comic book is not the same as reading at the web or whatsoever.
Correct.
Having the physical copy in your hand is much more better than just reading in the book. Because one thing is it's like you're touching a book. The real one is much more the one in the internet.
Yes.
It says something like that.
Exactly.
So I said comic book also is same. For me, I like to have a comic book in my hand to read.
It's not only about that, It's like Abang Iskandar, he will like, you get an old comic book. You know what's the first thing he will do?
Yeah.
It's not to look at how good the thing is.
Yeah.
He will smell the comic book.
The smell. I understand the feeling that printing smell is
Yes, that
something.
printing smell
Yeah.
is something different,
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
it gets you high, before you. It's like a stimulant before you start reading a comic, right? You smell it first and like, okay, let's go.
Especially those fresh issue that you take out from the plastic. A new comic book. I think it's one of the the excitement when opening a new comic book.
Yeah.
Speaking of opening a new comic book, do you still get the same excitement when you unbox a new issue, or become just a routine already?
No, there is still the excitement. It's like online shopping. You can buy stuff off Shopee and Lazada, but why do some people still prefer to actually go to a physical store and having a look at the thing first, holding it and actually looking at it first? So for me, every time that I get if I order online, I can only see the picture online. I can enlarge it, but the minute that you get it in your hands and you look at it and you look at the art and you're like, wow, actually I didn't waste my money on this.
Yes.
It's still when it's in your hands, it's different.
I see. So, as someone who live and you breathe comic daily, I would say you're someone that breathes comic daily, because I'm pretty sure if I ask you about any superhero, you can definitely tell me the origin story, at least the origin story that people mainly know. Do you see this comic book as more than an art, or like a history, or something like investment?
It's all three actually. It's all three together. Art. 99.9% of people actually buy comics is either it's the rarity or it's always the cover art.
The cover art, yeah. I remember last time when we are talking before this interview, you are showing me a very, I would say very interesting. I would say very interesting. We don't have it over here, but it's a very, very interesting cover art. But the art for the comic book, the art is always, the cover is always the one that attract people first.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I guess it's same with you also, because if I was a kid, I see this Spider-Man fighting a giant Venom over there.
Yeah.
It's actually very captivating. Sometimes I don't know if the story is as good as the cover, Because sometimes people say, oh, the cover is good, but the story is just meh. But like you said, the first impression always.
Correct. The first impression always works. You look at it, wow, it's unique.
Okay.
There's like glow in the dark covers. You
Oh,
put
glow
it
in the
at
dark
night.
cover.
Yeah, there's glow in the dark covers. You know,
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. So, I think the first glow in the dark cover was actually Ghost Rider 15.
Ghost
Issue
Rider
15.
15 issue.
Ghost Rider issue 15, where it's just his skull and the fire around, right? So the cover was just there, and you just put it under the light for a while. You turn off the lights, and his whole skull is.
Oh, that is cool.
That is cool. That was
I
the
never
first-
see something like that.
Yeah, that was the first glow in the dark cover for, I think, for comics.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, maybe when you later you don't need to just put the flashlight, just open the comic books glow in the dark already. But in the side on investment, how was it?
Investment, actually, to be honest, sometimes I see, then I'm like, oh, I need this, then, okay, maybe it's a little bit higher price, but you think about the other factors, like such as shipping,
Yes.
all from US, and all, and if you're willing to pay for the price, you're willing to pay for the comic, then why not?
Yeah.
Right. Maybe it could be slightly more expensive, but it saves you the hassle of shipping.
But in throughout history, have you known anyone that actually rich from invest on the comic?
Yeah, I know quite a lot of people that actually invest on.
Yeah. Any of the popular guy that you know, maybe a celebrity or
Celebrities, actually quite a lot. US celebrities. I can't remember the guy's name, but he acted in Suicide Squad as the Polka Dot Man.
okay.
I forgot what's his name. He has a huge collection of comics. I think one that just got on the news was actually Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I know about Nicolas Cage. I think it's Superman, is it?
The Superman, right?
Yeah, the first Superman.
Yeah.
That actually goes out for $1 million, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
it is.
Yeah.
Superman issue 1, 9.0 grade. It goes by the millions.
Yeah, because I heard some drama about that comic is actually stolen first, and then
Correct.
he got it,
Correct.
and then I think he go bankrupt because
No,
of that.
the drama was that he insured the comic. So after he insured the comic, he got stolen. The insurance company paid him out, and then the comic was found.
Okay.
So he wants back the comic. Whereas the insurance company already say, hey, we already pay you.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So
You
comic
know,
is ours.
Yeah, it's ours practically. So yeah.
Okay, so what do you think that truly drive the comic price? Is it the nostalgia, rarity of its type?
It's all actually, and the biggest is actually supply and demand.
Supply and demand. It still
Yes.
goes down to supply and demand.
It still goes down to supply and demand. Spawns, okay, let's just put Spawns for example. Spawns above issue 100, they only printed like 28,000, 30,000, 35,000
Oh, that's
worldwide.
actually not that much.
It's not that much because considering that those guys in America that actually get it first, and how much is left for the rest of the world. So for those hardcore Spawn guys, you know, like, okay, I need to collect a collection, and I know that this is rare. It sells quite.
It sells quite high.
Yeah.
How much can it go for that Spawn comic now?
It all depends for us. It all depends on the condition first, and it's either newsstand or direct. Newsstand sometimes it brings a higher price. Sometimes the direct brings a higher price as well. It all depends on the condition, and if it's like a near mint grade condition, it can go for hundreds of USD.
100 of USD.
Yeah.
Wow, now I really kind of regret. I do have a lot of Wolverine comic that last time. I do have a lot of Wolverine comic that was given to me by somebody. Had I taken care of that comic,
Yes.
really nicely. Because nowadays, if I find it, it's really like a very kain buruk condition one. Like
Can still sell,
oh, really? I can still sell.
Can still sell.
Oh, okay.
As long as the price is right. for the people that's looking for that cover. Sometimes your Wolverine comic, right, that you don't know, like for you, you look at it, it's just like, biasa aja, you know. But for some other person, it's like, wow, you know, this is like my first Wolverine comic.
Okay.
You know.
Because in Malaysia, I don't know any of a comic book collector except from the collectors. You three lah, the Abang Iskandar, you and the Gist Comic, because we met over here at collectors. I don't really know a lot of comic book collectors, so I don't know where to. If I found my old comic, I don't know where to give it to or where to sell it to.
Yeah, we sell us, don't we?
Okay, if I find it, then I can.
We can change for some Pokemon cards.
So when you invest in comic, you personally invest in the very long term, or you kept your stock going very fast?
I have two separate stocks. I think, as I mentioned, I'm a big Venom guy. I have a collection of Venom. So whatever my holy grails are, I have my stock. And the rest of them, I get sometimes, like, I get in a bundle. Like, you know, some guy sells you 10 books.
Yes.
But you can't see what the 10 books is. Okay, just think of it as a blind bag.
Or like a blind box. You don't
blind
know
box.
You don't know what you get inside.
You don't know what you get, you know, that kind of thing. So when I get it, then I'm like, oh, okay. Some of them I know, some of them I don't know. And those that I don't know, we push it out. We will check the price first. Then we will price it accordingly.
You price it accordingly. So it's not too high, because sometimes I see when I try to one time I tried to get into the comic book. It's just when I see the price that one comic is 45 ringgit, 70, I say, what the hell? It's like, back then my comic is like 4 ringgit, 3 ringgit, something like that. Now I see 70 ringgit for a comic. People are making money out of illustration.
Put this, for example. This is priced at 500.
Yes, this is priced at 500. So I think that's why it come with top loader.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a Batman Harley Quinn. So
this one is painted by Alex Ross.
Correct. Cross cover.
Yes. I remember Alex Ross when I was little. I was one of the artists that I really love, because the painting
the
is
oil
very,
painting and all.
Yeah.
His covers are very different.
Yeah, very realistic.
So why is this so expensive? One is because it's a first print.
Okay.
You have a second, third, fourth, fifth print, depending on how popular the comic is. And this is a first print, it's 500 ringgit. And Harley Quinn wasn't originally a comic book character. She only appeared in Batman the Animated Series, the 90s one. She only appeared as a sidekick for Joker. And she got so famous, fans loved her. You know that.
Yeah, I love Harley Quinn also. I mean, a very different kind of villain, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes she's a villain, sometimes she can turn into anti-hero, sometimes she turn into a hero. So I would say a very diverse character.
So people loved it, and this was the first continuation from the Batman Animated Series into comics. So this was her first appearance.
So this was her appearance. So that's why it's 500. Yeah, and then it's illustrated by Alex Ross also.
Correct.
Yeah, which is, I said, a very good artist. So when you selling this comic, right, how do you balance between you sell what the markets want or what you really want? Because sometimes maybe you see Venom comes to you, and then do I want to sell it? Because if I sell it, I will get a profit. But if I keep myself, this is something that I like. How do you balance that thing?
That's a bit under the table, because you're hitting Venom with me.
Yeah.
But Venoms, for me, also Venoms, I will actually look at covers. Like I said, 99.9%, you actually look at the covers first, right? And I look at the cover, and if there's a connection, then most probably I'll keep it lah.
You keep it. Even though your customer will come, hey, I need this, I want this cover lah.
Comes back to the same thing again. We look at the customer. If you really want it, I'll sell it to you.
because as a collector slash businessman, sometimes because I do TCG card, sometimes there's a card that I really like, right? Really hard to let go to the customer, really hard to balance. Do I want to sell it for profit or I just want to keep it for myself?
I look at it this way. One of my biggest thing or mantra that's in my head is that if you want it bad enough,
Yeah.
the universe always provide for you.
Okay.
You know, and for us, okay, let's just say discover. You really want it? Fine. I'll sell it to you.
Okay.
Because I know that in one way or another, me being in this industry, I will come across it again.
I see.
It's only a matter of time or how good the condition is.
Okay.
But for a collector and you really want it, you don't know where else to get, right?
Yes.
You know, I've been looking everywhere. I've been working here, I've been going online and stuff like that. And you found it here and you really want it. I'll sell it to you, it's okay.
Okay, I guess that come the perk of being a businessman. You always know where to find this thing,
Yeah.
or at least you will come across it again.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think for you it's okay if your customer really wants it, and
Yeah.
then you just say to them, okay, I understand where this to. And then, what advice you give to someone who want to start collecting, for not just for fun but for a smart investment also?
First thing you have to know is you have to know your character first. Concentrate on two maybe, one from Marvel, one from DC.
Okay.
Concentrate on one character first.
One character first.
Concentrate on one character first. Know what is the books that you have to read. Some books are advanced. Take for example Superman,
Okay.
All-Star Superman. All-Star Superman is actually a very advanced read. You have to know the background of a lot of things first before you actually read it.
Okay.
So for a new fella that joins and I'm interested in Superman and you start reading that,
Okay.
it's a little bit confusing because you don't know what is the backstory, what backstory, right? So, like for me, okay, I just say I'm a Venom guy. So Marvel for me is Venom. So I will go for Little Protector.
Little Protector.
I will go for ASM 316. I will go for 375.
Okay.
Which is that also 374, 375. Because after this one, then only that he had his first solo comic.
I see.
Because before that, Venom was always only in Spider-Man's. He didn't have a solo comic title.
Wow.
So when he came out with a solo comic title, that is like one of those things that, for me, as a Venom guy, I need that,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
So you need to know we call it Holy Grails. What are the Holy Grails that you're actually looking for? You have to know the price.
Oh, you have to know the price also.
Go look up on eBay, there are so many websites that you can actually look up from. What is the lowest sold, what's the cheapest that has ever been sold, or what's the most expensive. Comics also, every time you have to look at the grade of the comics that we have, how nice it is, the coloration. In Malaysia, it has not been kind to us because Malaysia is a very tropical country.
Yes.
So you get the humidity.
Yeah, the comic will. What you said, rosak, broke.
It's not really rosa, it's just a discoloration.
Oh, discoloration.
Especially if it's a white.
Oh, that's why you see most of the comic in Malaysia, when at a certain time they turn yellow already.
Correct. Okay. Like look at this. This is my original puppy, right? If you look at how yellow it is,
Okay.
I mean, look at the pages here on top.
Okay, you can see. I cannot show you, but it's really yellow over there.
Whereas a well-preserved one.
And you can see how white it is compared to.
So it also depends, the condition of the comic.
But from the cover also you can see this one is, I would say, very well seasoned.
Yes.
Yeah, this one is seasoned just right.
Yes.
Okay, so you say when you want to focus on character, just focus on one or two, because I see for the Western comic, one hero can have a multiple kind of.
Start from one first.
Yeah.
So like you mentioned that one hero can go to multiple different heroes.
Yes.
Right? Start one first.
Because I see Spider-Man, yes, Spider-Man, but you have an Amazing Spider-Man, you have
Spectacular.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Spider-Man itself. Spider-Man has the most titles.
Yeah.
For comic books.
Oh, I think that's where all the multiverse coming from.
Yes, different Spider-Mans. Marvel actually wanted to really make the most Spider-Man, how much that they can get. So they come out with different. The thing is that every different Spider-Man title that came out with also had a key issue, had something important to come out with it.
Oh, so that's why I think where the focus on one character. I think for me, if I want to start, I just better I start with Spider-Man and Spider-Man only.
When you start with Spider-Man, right, then after that, okay, for example, you start with Spider-Man, okay, you know the red and blue Spider-Man.
Okay.
Then after that, you read about the black suit Spider-Man, then you'll be like, interesting.
Yeah.
You know? Then you know more about the history of the black suits. And then you read about Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider? Who is Scarlet Spider?
Yeah.
Oh, Scarlet Spider looks cool. But it's actually a clone of Peter Parker.
That one I know because I read about that Scarlet Spider. I thought it was. That's the interesting thing about Spider-Man. All of them is not Peter. Some of them are not Peter Parker. Most of them are Peter, but not all of them are Peter.
Yes, but that, it comes to different worlds. That's why you got 616 is your main universe, and you have different. So it's easier for them to just say that, oh, this happened in a different world. It's a different reality. But what's cool about it right now, like Into the Spider-Verse, you know, the Miles Morales and all, they are bringing together all the different multiverses and all.
Which is I think is very cool. Okay, so I want to ask this one question, right? About this nowadays. All superhero is on another media already. They're in the movie, in the series, and sometimes we can see their short snippet on TikTok and everything. Right? Do you think this kind of thing kills comic book?
No, I actually think the opposite. It brings up the love for comic again.
So the golden age of collecting comic won't be over because of this Netflix, because of this cinema.
No. We would actually like to thank them, you know, that they actually brought this up. Have you watched Sandman on Netflix?
Sandman on Netflix, I haven't watched yet.
Okay, Sandman on Netflix. There's 2 seasons. But they actually compressed that 2 seasons into a story. Yeah. But it's very, very accurate. And it's the same thing like you watch Harry Potter.
Okay.
You read the book versus you watch the movie. Which one is better?
I only watched the movie, but when I try to read on the novel, I just try to read the Philosopher's Stone, right? It was totally different. The novel was more expanded.
Yes. So exactly, it's the same thing like comics also. Like I'm mentioning Sandman, they compressed it, but they just give you the important parts of what happened during Sandman. But if you actually read the book, it is so good. It is so good. It's 90s, and Neil Gaiman was, for me, the guy that did Sandman, was ahead of his time. His storytelling, the art, and everything was so good.
It was so good. Maybe I will give it a try watching a Sandman.
After you watch the Sandman, then you have to read the Sandman.
So read the Sandman. Okay.
You have to read the Sandman.
I will give it a try because it's on Netflix or it's on.
It's on Netflix. It's on
Netflix. Sandman.
Yes. Sandman.
Okay.
Then given Sandman.
You guys also should give it a try. For those who not into comic book, just watch it first, and then he just said, read the comic book.
The difference between, like what I said, like you read the comic book versus you watching Sandman is that in the comic books, because Sandman is under Vertigo, so Vertigo is also co-owned by DC. If you read the books, there will be bonus characters in the comic books from DC
Okay.
that is not in the movie.
That is not in the movie.
Because in the movie, I can't get the licensing to show.
Yeah, they show the
people.
DC character especially.
Yes,
Yeah.
DC characters especially, right? So they have to play safe, right? You actually read the book, you'll be like, what? This guy is here? What? Why is he in war? You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing, you know.
I mean, maybe what he said in comic will be something unexpected.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. This come to our last few question. If the comic book has no financial value at all, means like if all the comic price drop and everything, right? What would you do?
I'll still do what I do. I'll still.
Let's say the market crash, that everybody have no appreciation to comic book and all the prices is go down already. Will you still continue?
I think I'll still continue. I will most probably still continue. It's still a passion, and comic book prices drop. It's not uncommon. It's more common than it is uncommon. But I will still do what I do.
Still do I do. No matter if like no big profit at all.
It's
That's you see guys, there's really true passion over here.
a joy. Seriously,
Yeah.
it's a joy.
Yeah, I mean, what they say like, as long you find the joy in your work, the money can come anywhere.
Yes.
Yes. So as from all throughout this journey, from collector to business owner, right? What is had taught you in terms of patience, timing, and risk?
Patience you always need to have. Timing, okay, let's just say, for example, I think earlier you asked me a question about like in a movie, display and all. Timing also plays an important role. It depends on whether you want to make a profit or not. Like they announced Robert Downey Jr. as Doom.
Yeah.
Doom comics all skyrocketed.
So maybe this is the best time to sell a Doom.
No, this is not the best time. You wait until the movie come out, then only you sell.
Oh, that one is the best time.
That's the best time to sell. But it doesn't really always stay on that trend. Take for example, Superman came out this year. When Superman came out, it was only like 2 months of people buying Superman comics. Other than that, not really. So timing, yes. Timing wise, yes. Patience, yes. What's the last one?
Risk.
Risk is when you think that it's gonna sell. When you spend that much money, maybe this gonna sell. But then it doesn't. But it's okay. Like I also mentioned that when we sell to somebody, we sell a story.
You tell a story.
We sell a story rather than
The comic itself. I mean, when you go into this comic, I think there's a trait of good salesman. Instead of selling the book, you sell the story for people. Because nowadays, even you see in social media, people always sell the story instead of the brand itself.
Correct.
Yeah, you need to sell story so people hook up in your story, and then
you have to be a good storyteller to sell comics. One of my favorite is like Spider-Man compared to issue Spider-Man. I love the Back in Black series. It's actually when this happened after Civil War. Civil War was in the movies also, right? But in the comic Civil War, the first person that actually unmasked himself was Spider-Man. So in front of news conference and all.
I remember the Civil War. It's not the same as Civil War in the movie.
No,
it's because I think it's the same also. Captain with his own
team.
Yeah, and then
Iron Man
is his own team.
Correct.
And then Spider-Man is the one that revealed his identity.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what happened like in the series of Back in Black? In there, right? So after he revealed his true identity to the world, the first person that came after him was Kingpin. So Kingpin was in prison also that time, but he hired an assassin to actually kill him. So when the assassin shot, his Spider-Sense tingled. It was Mary Jane and Aunt May with him at the time. He could save Mary Jane, but the bullet shot Aunt May. So that was when he really lost it. And he wore back the black suit.
Ah, I see.
Because like he's saying that, you know, the red and blue suit doesn't kill people.
Yeah.
But the black suit is different.
So that's why he told me that he's selling me the story, and
Yeah.
now he's selling me the story. I feel like I want to read back the Civil War. Yeah. This is one thing that I think some of the movie did it right. For the DC last time, the Injustice.
Yes. Injustice was so good.
I played the game Injustice. I said this is very good. That make me want to read the comic. I have a Injustice comic, like almost all the and actually the expanded story behind it, actually why it becomes
so good.
Why Superman is start to kill all the human, actually very good.
Correct. And it's like a side of Superman that you never seen before.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about absolutes. This was Injustice was so many years back already, right? 2017, 2016. It was so good that they made a game out of it.
Yes.
Right.
But for me, I hook up with the game and then tell to the story. I mean, this is what you said, a very good storytelling.
Because the game, when you play a certain character, they got the ending.
Yes, they got the ending because it made you curious. I think this is where the good storyteller, when you tell the good story, make people curious, people buy, and people want to see the whole story. Now, last question. This is something quite personal that I want to ask you. If comic represent your life stories, what comic it is?
Oh man, I've been thinking about that question for since yesterday.
Okay.
I wouldn't really say that there's a comic that represents my life story. Everybody's life has different paths and everything, and not really there's a comic that actually defines it.
Maybe a character in the comic that you said you can relate yourself to.
Oh, that's why I love Venom. It's like he's a hero, but he's not a hero as well. I hate that certain person.
Okay.
I hate that person. That certain person is so, you know, well known, successful, and all. But at the same time, I put other things priority first, rather than my hatred for that.
Okay, so that's where all this love for Venom come from, because it's so relatable to you.
So relatable.
Yeah, I think this one also Venom.
It's everything Venom. I have a Venom tattoo also.
Venom tattoo also. Okay.
That's the love for Venom.
We see a commitment to Venom. So, what legacy you want to leave behind as a collector and someone who made living through your hobby and passion?
Legacy. I want people to remember that, you know, sometimes that comic book that you first got, or the comic book that you were looking for so long, and you got it from us. I want those guys to remember that they got it from us, man.
I see. So when they see the comic, I got it from G's comic, and they actually really helped me to either complete my collection or
to start my collection again.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing and all. And I think that's the legacy that I really want. And also for people to actually start reading again. Start reading again. That's why I wouldn't say that iPads and everything online is bad, but nothing beats holding a comic book in your hands, reading it, smelling it.
Smelling it is something different. It's like something like that.
That's a fetish.
One last question I want to ask. Just want to spark a controversial for my viewers over there. Comic book and movies nowadays. Which one is better?
I would still say comics. Like I mentioned, if you read a book versus you watch the movie is actually always more compressed. But I wouldn't say down the movies. So movies always bring an additional something into the movie that isn't even in the comics at all. It might spark something. Because some people, they said, movie is better because you can see the thing that actually happened. In comic book, maybe one or two boxes, not really action. Your imagination. It's really imagination. And comic guys nowadays, they actually know how to really emphasize that part, you know. Like take Absolute Batman Annual 1 just came out. he's fighting white supremacists.
Yeah.
You know, and that page where he broke the guy's arm, it's actually a double page, you know. It's like
Okay.
It's just him breaking the guy's arm. It emphasizes on that, you know.
So I guess nowadays comic book also know how to make the action through all the board, because when I was little, the only I say boom bam something like that, you cannot really feel it because all the bam boom words something like that. So that's why I think people say, oh, movie is better, but you said comic book is still better. But nowadays I know the artist has improved themselves, improved how they tell the story inside the comic. So I would say they go side by side. Yeah, but like I said, if you want something more expanded, maybe just go for the comic. Yeah, the story is much more expanded over there. So I can see there's a very big album over there.
Yes.
Inside, because the rest is just graded comic book. But I think this is something that comic book album. I assume there's a lot of. Like, what is this? Can you explain to our viewers?
So it's a comic book album, like how you store your cards. You have a album for it, right?
Yeah.
Well, comic books already have an album, but lucky for PCW to do. And I guess this is my most prized possession. I think that I mentioned the name Venom more than 10, 20 times in this stream.
Yeah, last time we have with Grotto comic, he always mentioned about Punisher. He liked Punisher very much.
Yes.
Now we interview you like Venom very much. I can see the generational gap over there.
Yes.
So what is this most prized possession?
So most of these are actually my Venom comics. I think my most prized possession is like, you have this is called a trade dress.
Yes.
They have this. And this is a virgin cover. It's the same cover, same story, but it's just the cover is different on it. And this is one of my prized possession because it's signed by the artist himself.
Oh yeah, I can see the sign over here.
Yes.
Mike
Mayhew. So this is the normal,
Yes.
and this is
This is very cool.
virgin sign. One of my favorite artists also, Gabriel De Otto. I love it because the way that he draws the Venom's eyes is very different from your conventional Venom. Alex Ross.
Yes. One of my favorite artists, Alex Ross.
Oil painting.
Yes.
Doing a Venom. Why not? This is some Clayton Grains Virgin, and this is the first. Like I mentioned, after this, then his first solo title.
First of all, okay,
Venom.
that one is Spider-Man.
Yes.
He appears, but now he appears his own solo title.
This is his first solo. So this is like, if you collect Venoms, then this is like one of the holy grails that you have.
How much can it goes to?
It depends on the grade and everything, but usually on a good grade, it goes for around 90, 100 ringgit.
90, 100 ringgit.
90 to 100 ringgit. It's not that hard to find, to be honest. It's not that hard to find. It's just the condition that you find it in.
Okay.
And there are many variants of this. At this time in the 90s, there was some like error printing or something.
Yeah.
Printing errors and all. Those printing errors actually fetch a way higher price than a normal one.
I see.
Okay. This is called a negative space. Negative space meaning that just spark, but it connects. I think a bigger example would be this. This is a homage cover to this Iron Man.
Okay.
Recently got this.
This is one of the new one.
This is one of the new ones. Recently got this. I like because it's like the
I see.
the art. I collect also is from different artists. Like this is from David Nakayama. So David Nakayama, he does a lot of girl covers, etc. and so on. But
This one
one of the Venoms that he did.
This one is cool.
Yeah, this also cool. This is from Peach Momoko. She's a renowned Japanese artist. She doesn't do also a lot of guy covers.
Yeah, guy cover.
But her art style is very anime-ish. So this was her take on Venom.
Okay.
This also has to be, I think, one of my prized possessions
Okay.
because it glows in the dark.
Oh really? Can glow in the dark.
The eyes, the teeth, and the symbol.
Now it still can glow.
Okay,
Can
can. So yeah, the rest of them is just like stuff like this is like issue 1. This embossed is the, if you touch it,
Yeah, it's like those business card kind of
Yes.
things, right?
this from J. Scott Campbell. This is from Mr. Garcin. If you look closely, it's
Yes, inside is Spider-Man and outside is
all the different to
Venom.
make it from far. You look it, you know.
Yeah.
This one is Surprise Reality, one of the 25th. This is, I think, 50 years anniversary already. So they redid this again. This is actually from our local artist. It's from Miri,
Oh, okay.
Kilmu.
What are the comic that he done before in
He
Malaysia?
does a lot. He did Spider-Man. He did Venoms. He did a lot of Wolverine, X-Men. A lot of things he did.
So this is from which issue?
This is from issue 30, but you can see his signature here, Kilnu, right? So he did this cover. I had the opinion with him. This is one of my favorite covers also.
Oh, this is also done by him.
Yes.
Oh, but that one is actually, if it's glow in the dark, what we
This one, no. This one doesn't really go. This
really
one
nice,
doesn't go. But it looks cool, right?
Yeah.
Venom.
This one also cool. I think I just found one of the favorite Malay artists over here. Malaysian artists over here.
Kilnu. So I met him this year. I got him to do a remark. It's called a remark. So on the original cover, this is not available. And he will do something like this, and then he will sign.
I see.
And I love this. One of my holy grails, like I said, that I'm actually looking for is actually the same thing also, Venom, Spider-Man, but it's actually Venom slam dunk and he's pushing Spider-Man down. You know?
Okay.
Also done by this guy, Kilnu.
Don't binder this guy. So you can actually say how much all your binders worth. This Venom binder worth.
I really seriously wouldn't know. I couldn't put a price on it.
Could have price on it, yeah. But can maybe make a down payment for a house if you sell.
No, not until a house. Maybe a car, maybe.
A car can
Car can.
Yeah. So you see, guys, this is what it meant be a collector. This I assume this can price around few puluh bucks.
Few puluh lah.
Yeah, few puluh. Not
puluh.
ratus bucks.
No, beratus lah.
Okay. Thank you, Ivan, for joining us for Voices of Passion. If you like our series Voices of Passion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down there. And don't forget to follow Gist Comic at IG. And do you have a Facebook?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they have a Facebook. And don't forget, if you want to buy comic at a very affordable price and someone who really know about comic, don't forget to visit them at Level 1 Collector at MCOP Mall. And we see you guys for the next episode. Bye bye.
Thank you.